Well, I'm finally entering Oregon, or getting to Oregon, about to hit the Bridge of the Gods, and PCT hikers have to hike or walk across this 2-lane bridge across the Columbia River, and we will be in Oregon. Just caught a hitch out of Stevenson with a real nice kid that stopped at the gas station. Nobody had picked me up in town, so I just went up to him. He had an Oregon t-shirt on. He was getting gas, and I said, "Hey, you mind giving me a ride to the bridge?" He said, "No problem, sir, hop in." So there's the Columbia River, and when we cross the bridge, we'll be in the city Cascade Locks. I keep saying we. I will be. Actually, I read on Facebook this morning there's trail magic on the other side of the bridge. These Oregon people got it on going on. Well, I saw on Facebook this morning there's trail magic over here in Oregon. I think this family's doing it. Their daughter is finishing her hike here, or she's doing half of it or something. So I'm gonna stop by and get me some food. Well, good morning. It's Saturday, August 24th. 9 o'clock, and I am in Oregon. As soon as I crossed the bridge, there was trail magic. Oh my Lord, I wish I'd have known about it sooner. They had enough stuff there. You could have done a full resupply. They had everything hiker carries in their back, man. And I wasn't even hungry or anything. So give you an update. I have been off trail in Stevenson, Washington for 5 days. Today, like I said, is 24th. I think I got to Stevenson, I can't even remember, Sunday night real late, about 8:30, 9 o'clock even. And my ankle, I hiked 22 miles that day to get to that hotel, and I destroyed what was left of my ankle. Monday morning, I could not even walk. Seriously, I had to hop around the room. I couldn't put any pressure on it. So pretty much Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I have been icing that ankle and my other one nonstop. Stretching, icing, taking Epsom salt baths to get back on trail. So it's not probably 80%. But I can't stay there any longer. And I'm on trail, back on trail. Just, like I said, went to that trail magic, and I picked a few things up, some vitamins and immune C stuff and some Gold Bomb lotion. And hey, you notice anything? Check that face out. Couldn't take it. Next to the hotel I was staying at was a barber. And I walked in there and said, "How much you charge me to clip this beard off?" He said, $5. I said, "All right." I didn't like the way it looked. And I've never had a beard before, so I got it taken off. Kept the goatee though. So that's a quick update. Of course, as soon as I get on camera, I'm going uphill. Across the bridge of Gods this morning, about 8 o'clock. And I stayed at that trail magic. I saw people I knew, couldn't believe it. A couple southbounders that were behind me. One of them, Doc, mentioned him in previous videos. He's got a real bad knee. But as you leave Cascade Locks, which I really didn't even see the town, trails right across the street from the bridge, you head to Timberline Lodge. That'll be my next. It's only 50 miles away, but it is a huge hike. It's 2 days of climbing. It's a big ski resort in Oregon, and it's where the movie The Shining was made. So I sent myself a resupply box from Stevenson, so I'll pick up food there. And I won't be staying there. I don't even know. Well, their rooms are probably pricey, and I don't want to stay. It should only take me 4 days to get there. Then I pick up that box, and then I have 100 miles. And you had a choice of going to this thing called the Boys something ranch, camp ranch, I don't know, but they accept hiker boxes. And it is free. And your meals are free, it's donation. And God, I'm out of shape. And or you can hike into Sisters, Oregon. And I decided to do that because that'll be 14 days on trail, and I'll take a day off in a hotel and shower and have a grocery store, and I'll resupply. I got to send myself 2 more boxes. And after that, I'm done with boxes. I can just go to towns. Just resupplying sucks. Because when I'm off, I want to rest. I don't want to have to be going shop. And I got to walk everywhere, go grocery shopping, and pack up boxes, pack up food, send it, go to the post office and pack it in a priority box. Gets old. So anyway, I am back on trail and made a decision about the hike, which I'll talk about later when I quit climbing. And we'll go from there. All right. See you, bye. Well, I made it to the top of the mountain out of Cascade Locks. It took me about an hour. And it's kind of a partially burned area. Not too bad, but it is burned. To kind of go back what I was huffing and puffing about earlier. See, I spent the last 5 days in Cascade Locks. In Stevenson, Washington. It's just across the bridge from Cascade Locks. So last Sunday, I got to the bridge at 8:30, which is mile 505. Then stayed in town for 5 days, basically icing my damn ankles. And hit the trail this morning. And what I've decided to do, I had talked about in earlier videos about, the time frame to get to the Sierras is really tight. And you have to be able to do 25 miles a day on average to make it to the Sierras and get out of there before winter. Which there's maybe, I don't know, 10-15% of the hikers can actually do that. And I was talking about flipping or skipping Oregon, or part of Oregon and part of North NoCal. But I've decided, I ran into the traveling Kiwi. She's a YouTuber. And I was watching her in Santa Fe before I left to start my hike. And we talked for a few minutes, and we were talking about all the flipping and skipping going on this year. She said, and I told her what I was thinking. She said, I wouldn't skip anything. She said, you're not going to be able to finish it, or at least get through the Sierras, or some of the mountains in NoCal, because it's going to snow there too. And she said, I'd just hike until I can't. I wouldn't skip Oregon. She said, I thought it was all beautiful. She said, just hike until you can't hike anymore, till you hit the fall snows. Come and because it's a continuous footpath, and if you can come back next year, which I'm planning on doing, I will start exactly where I stop and plan it where I hit the Sierras like I wanted to in September and 1st October. So that's my plan. I am gonna truck through Oregon. I'm gonna do Northern California. I talked with my buddy Don, who lives in NoCal, and so let him be aware of what I'm doing. And so wherever I decide to stop for the year, or when the snows stop me, I will, we may hook up, or I'll make my way to his place, and I'll fly out of Oakland and come back next year and finish and do the continuous footpath, because I want to do the whole trail. All these, when I was talking to the restless or traveling Kiwi, she was saying all these young kids that are flipping and skipping, she said they'll never come back and do it. Majority of them, they won't, you know, as many different places they skipped, it would be logistically pretty tough to do and expensive. So I'm gonna keep trucking. I want to see Oregon anyway, and as I mentioned, right now I got like 52 miles out of Cascade Locks, Oregon, to Timberline Lodge. That's a tough climb. You got it'll be in a couple days, but when I hit it, it takes 2 days to climb that mountain to get up there, and or 2 days of climbing. And I got a resupply box there. I'll eat their big world famous buffet. It's expensive, but man, everybody says it's just unbelievable. It's like $39 or $32. And they do a lunch and breakfast and dinner buffet. And so that's the plan. Then after that, it's supposed to be after Timberline when you go back down the mountain. A lot easier trail, not major mountains to climb. And then I'm gonna hitchhike into Sisters, Oregon, which is a pretty long hitch, but actually I ran into a girl back there at the Trail Magic who just came from there, and she said she had the trail angels' names, and she said they'll come pick you up, so she gave me their numbers. And she said just text them, and that if they can't come get you, they have a list of a bunch, and they'll just send a mass text out to everybody. And she said somebody will come get you, because that'll be about 12-13 days on trail, and they have a couple hotels there. It's a small town, but I'm going to that'll be my next stop, to at least take 1 day off and shower and clean my clothes and all that. So yeah, when I got into Stevenson last Sunday night, I was exhausted. I did 22 miles. That was my longest day. And my ankle hurt so bad, it just went numb on me. But I was bound and determined to get there. And there was no water. Man, I was dehydrated. It was tough. So I got there, and my clothes, of course, I've been on trail, I don't know how many days, 7, 8. And they stunk, and it rained on us 3 days. So I washed my clothes that night twice. I washed it, did a whole cycle, added soap, and did it again. And they smell much better. I even I took a bath and a shower that night. Hell, I didn't go to bed till like 2 o'clock in the morning. And then the next morning, I physically could not walk on my left ankle. It was so painful and swollen. I had to use my trekking poles to hop to the restroom or the bathroom or whatever. So I never left the room that day. Pretty much, I just ate hiker food. They had a hiker box in the hotel, and I went in there and got, actually that night I grabbed a couple dinners, and I still had a little food left of my own. So that Monday I just ate hiker food and cooked it in the hotel room. So anyway, that's the plan. I'm excited to be back on trail, ready to see Oregon. Well, after 5 hours of climbing since I left Cascade Locks, finally got to the top. And here's my view. That was a brutal climb. Well, I think it is 3 o'clock. I am finally at the top of the mountain. I've been climbing for 6 hours, and scenery pretty much has been burnt. Did you find it?
Did not.
Oh. And that's a trail guy doing trail maintenance up here. But the sad thing is, Cascade Locks is just right below here. So basically, I've hiked 9.5 miles of just worthless. I've never seen such a poor designed trail. You go east, west, north, south. It basically circled every single little mountaintop and in this area. And basically, you've gone nowhere. So, hiked 9 miles uphill all day and just got to the top. And I can see Cascade Locks right below me, which is probably a couple miles down. Crazy. This obviously was a trail that was already here, and PCT just tied into it because it is pointless. I mean, as far as the PCT, just it was crazy. I actually had to stop and check my gut hooks. I thought I was going in the wrong direction because it just kept switching back. You'd go north, you go east, climb a mountain, then it'd take you over to another one. You'd circle it, cross over it. Crazy. But yeah, I'm definitely at the top, starting to go down. This was an ugly section, I have to tell you. Not Oregon, if this is what you are, you better pick it up fast. This was butt ugly, and pointless. And of course, all these northbounders, I've passed about or crossed paths with probably another 12 or 15 a day heading to Cascade Locks. It's all downhill for them. Wow, not the way I wanted to start my day after being off for 5 days, climbing for 6 straight hours. I mean, I couldn't even take a break. So yeah, I've done 9 miles, 6 hours, and it's already 3 o'clock. And I looked at gut hooks before I got on here. I'm at mile, I think 514. Now I'm gonna get in a section where there's no water. So I'm screwed, as usual. So anyway, I'll check back. Just past those trail maintenance guys again. They were still looking for that tool they left. So anyway, they gave me a little information because they said there was a spring, but it's past pretty far. It's another mile past where I'm camping. And I think the burn section starts up again. I don't want to go there. So, but yeah, I meant to mention before, man, up here, fall is here. It's about 4 o'clock every day. That sun starts setting. It gets chilly. Boy, I bet that temp has dropped. The wind picks up and it's cool. I had my sister while I was at Stevenson recouping go ahead and send me some of my warmer stuff because yeah, it was getting cool at night there. So I got my good down jacket, sent my other one back, and my tights or leggings, whatever you want to call them, because yeah, at night I may not be able to wear shorts. I think there's next week though, I saw in the weather they're supposed to have a Indian summer, like it's going to be a lot hotter than normal, and but then I think the temps kind of like when I started in Washington, they'll be in the 50s during the day and dropping down to low 40s at night, even high 30s. And it really gets colder in September in Oregon, especially when you're up high. So yeah, fall's here. Not like down in Alabama where it's still, I'm sure, 100 degrees. 100 degrees humidity. So yeah, those two guys came walking up and I hadn't seen them. And they go, hey, we were told to look for the guy in the lime. I said, that's me. That other guy I met earlier told him, look out for the guy in the lime. So yeah, you can tell I'm tired, I'm rambling. So, come on, campsite. Yeah, and it's gonna start getting, well, I don't know, the sun's still pretty high, I'm just in the woods. But as soon as October comes, start losing some hours during the day. Yeah, when I started in Washington, hell, it didn't get dark till about 10:15, 10:30. That was weird. You'd be in your tent trying to go to sleep and it's still sunny out. All right, see you, bye. Well, I found a little side trail. And bam, there's Mount Hood. Well, I got to that campsite I was looking at, or gonna check, and some old codger was setting up. Got there 10 minutes before me. It was just one man, 10 sites. So anyway, the trail is on the other side of that big tall grass. And I just happened to look back here in these big old dense woods, and somebody had camped here before because everything's covered in sticks, but this spot was cleared out. So I had jumped on it, fit my tent perfect. So that's where we're gonna stay tonight. And I will not be having anybody camping on top of me. Gonna eat my dinner over here on this tree and call it a night. oh, this is mile 516 on the PCT. So I did, or 17, 517. So I did 12 miles a day. Not bad for being off for 5 days, and ankle still not well, but anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. And oh, I did check right before I got here, there was a little side trail, and I could see the side of the mountain right over there. And I took that little path, and there's a Mount Hood was right there. So cool. So that must be the views I have tomorrow when I get out of the woods. So yeah, I'm sleeping with the bears and tigers tonight. Sunset is behind me, and sunrise will be on this side of the mountain. All right, I'm rambling. I'm tired. See you. Bye.